How's it going, folks? Welcome back to ChillCigReviews. So today I should be doing a cigarette that is highly requested in the comment section in the past few videos. Alright, shout out to the fella who actually got this reviewed by me, because it's actually one of my favorite menthol cigarettes, or actually if not my favorite menthol variation. It's a Lucky Strike Rush that consists of a menthol and cherry ball together. So before I go into the pack, I'd like to say that Lucky Strike menthols actually produce a 4-click mix, the flavors of which are lemon, cherry, menthol, and grape. Okay, however, on each individual cigarette is a different flavor, like just one of the 4 different flavors of the menthol there. And yeah, you never like have 2 different beats together for Lucky Strike menthol besides this rush variation. So just a little bit of things for you guys to ponder on. If you notice already, menthol is actually a staple for most cigarettes. If you see like menthol cigarettes that have 2 beats, one of which is always menthol and the other is like the flavor or the additive. So for this instance, it is the cherry. So if you think about it, Marlboro also produces Amber Burst, one of which is purple and the other is menthol. And then they also have the double burst. That's quite the exception actually. One is the spearmint one, or the menthol, and the other is the mega ice blast, the ice blast ball. So yeah, I like to just say that menthol is a staple throughout most menthol cigarettes, and then the other beat will usually be the flavor ball. Okay, alright, so let's go over the pack design now. Over here you have 2 beats, one green, one red. And you have the rush here in white print in the red rectangular box. Here you have the green and the red swirls around this circle, the typical Lucky Strike circle. Originally from R.A. Patterson, then it shifted over to British American Tobacco Group. So here Lucky Strike in white print and this black background. So honestly, this gives me a bit of the Christmas feels. I don't know why. It's like green and red, and then it just somehow reminds me of a Christmas tree. Then again, it's all up to the mind of you guys, so I'll leave it to y'all. So on the side, it just shows the 2 beats again, Lucky Strike, and then from British American Tobacco Group, USA. Alright, so over here is pretty unique. So for every different variation of Lucky Strikes, for reds, menthols, be it whatever, they would change the color of this African tribesman and the circle. And yeah, this just a black background with the white print again. So all around it's pretty slick design. I'll give this about 7 out of 10. Nothing too fancy, nothing too unique. Alright, before that, let's proceed to open it up. Okay, so on the fresh card here you have the 2 beats, one green, one red again. Notice how there's the arrows pointing inwards to show that you have to press it, and there's the power button that's like to show that you should like press it so that you release the power of the menthol in it, I guess. So yeah, I leave that for y'all to think about it. Over here it says double click, and then on top you have the Luckies in the signature and established in 1871. Alright, let's open it up. Here you have the Lucky Strike Rush cigarette. Okay, so you got 2 beats here again, one green, one red, power button, arrows pointing inwards in silver print or grey. Then you have this thin black light circle around it, and below it you can't really see, but there's the Lucky signature in grey print. This cigarette has 1 line of perforation, and the color of the tobacco is actually pretty light, I would say. Okay, let's give it a smell. So I would say that the smell is actually, the cherry is pretty overwhelming from the smell itself. Let's give it a dry pop. From the dry pop, I can only taste the menthol because it's probably because I haven't popped the cherry ball yet. But yeah, I can only taste the subtle taste of the menthol. Okay, so as I'm going to review this, I'm going to review with the green ball pressed first. Thereafter, we transition to the addition of the red ball, the cherry. So as you guys can see, the thickness of the smoke is relatively low to medium. So I'll say the smoke isn't too thick. As for the menthol coolness rating, I can safely say that it is now a solid 7 out of 10. It also have this like bitter aftertaste on the tongue. Not too strong though. It's pretty enjoyable cigarette. I mean, if you have tried from the 4-click mix, the menthol cigarette with just one ball, it is pretty much similar to it. So far it's pretty enjoyable and relatively smooth cigarette. As I said before, there's a chemical aftertaste, a little bit bitter. And about like 4 to 5 puffs in, and it's about a quarter way through the cigarette. Alright, let's transition over to both balls pressed. The cherry ball now pressed. Let's review this. Oh shit. It's actually a really cold cigarette. So I can safely say now again that the menthol actually intensified like a lot, way more. So from a 7 out of 10 from previously, it's currently a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. It's a really strong menthol cigarette. As for the cherry taste, I wouldn't say it's actually quite subtle on the tongue. And yeah, it's actually quite a pleasant smell to it. So for the cherry taste, I would say that's about 5 out of 10. It's not too overwhelming on the cigarette. And yeah, it just blends in very well with the menthol. So something similar to this taste, I would say, would be like cough syrup. If you have tried cough syrup before, you would know the taste of it. I mean, no doubt, it may feel a bit disgusting at first, but after a while you get like accustomed to this cigarette, and yeah, it just goes down very smoothly, and it's a very like gorgeous blend between the both of them. So it's like a hint of cough syrup on this menthol cigarette, but in a very enjoyable way. It's how I describe the cherry. So you can get this at the local Shell kiosk or 7-Eleven for $12.50, $12.60-ish. Maybe at the barber shop you can get it for $12. Yeah, I highly recommend this cigarette for you guys who smoke menthol. It's a very smooth cigarette, I have to reiterate that point. And it is good for drinking before going to the club. You just want some cigarette to chill. And it's a very highly addictive blend between the both of them. The cherry actually grows on you after a while. I mean, initially when you smoke it, it's like a bit disgusting, but after a while you just get used to it, and honestly it's very nice on the tongue. Like I said before, it's actually good for drinking, and yeah, it's also a very good chain smokable cigarette. So for the overall rating, I will give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Yep, definitely a 9.5 out of 10. It is one of my favorite menthol cigarettes. I know I may sound a bit biased, but you won't know until you've tried it, guys. It's really that good of a blend between menthol and cherry. Be it whatever occasion, this is definitely a go-to menthol cigarette. A stress reliever, a good cigarette for clubbing, let's say a cigarette before work. This is your option, guys. And like I mentioned before in previous Lucky Strike videos, it's actually quite a mid-tier cigarette. So yeah, it's definitely one of my go-to cigarettes if like I'm not feeling too rich or I'm not feeling too broke. This is just nice in the middle. So for the overall rating of this, Oh, sorry, I already said that. Okay, never mind. Alright, I'm getting too excited for the cigarette. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I already highly recommend this cigarette. Please do share it with your friends. It's one of the best menthol cigarettes out there, I would say. Okay, I'll leave you all of that. Please remember to leave a like as well as a comment down in the comment section below. What qualities are we missing? And like my friend mentioned before, we're doing a poll to see what cigarette you all want to review next in the future. And yeah, please remember to subscribe as to see our future content in the future videos. Stay lit and smoke on.